So, what does insane abusers want? They love attention. They want your 100% attention. They love for you to worship and obey them. Wow. Did the Vatican fuck up the Bible with obeying? What's good about obeying and worshiping? Because I'm a good person. Oh, there's so many fuck ups in the Bible. Like, give and it shall be given unto you. Yeah, I gave to churches. They ain't give back. I gave to TV evangelists. Well, everything's evil in the world, so we won't pick on them. Yeah. Who wants to be worshipped? Satan. So did they get that story straight, or who made up that story? Was it the Vatican? I don't believe in that story, because heaven wasn't God being worshipped by the angels. How fucking boring can you get? Oh, yeah, there's the preacher, and we're gonna worship the preacher. Like, and what's he preaching? It just makes no sense, and this is why. Jesus also said, the Vatican could have just made up anything that Jesus said or whatever. That there's not any good people in the world. This is what you're taught. Yeah, there's good people in the world. There was late Susan Chappelle. There's my older son. I'm not sure about my younger son. He hates me to death. He'll just disappear. Yeah, there's good in the world. The Bible's totally fucked up. Okay, so a good person, I don't need the 10 Commandments. Because I do not steal, kill, and I do not lie and cheat. And two of the commandments are adultery and, every man cheats. Almost. Not. Okay, there's a few. Okay. There's just very, very few that wouldn't. But the majority of them cheat. And they're awful because they expect their spouse not to cheat, or their girlfriend. They'll cheat, they can cheat, but their mate's not allowed to cheat. Their girlfriend's not allowed to cheat. The majority of guys, just like my ex, I saw jumping around like a jumping bean tonight. He's a nut to lie to me to say that, he doesn't go out with all of Leicester. It's just don't lie and say that I'm the only one. It's just stupid. Okay, so I'm getting back to worshiping and obeying. I don't want people obey. I said that a while back, that there's no reason to obey when you have good company. When, obey is just for a bad person. And guess what? The bad person's never gonna obey. This world is Satan's. This world is evil. This whole world is wrong. No one's ever gonna obey. The bad guy is never, ever gonna obey. Ever. And it's just useless. The 10 Commandments are totally useless. There's no reason to... in the 10 Commandments, does it say obey your mother and father? No, it says honor. your mother and father. Yeah. And that's useless. I mean, an atheist genius, late George Carlin, got the 10 Commandments right. I mean, that's correct. Like, just knock them down to 2. Obey your God and be honest. You can't be honest, honoring your mother and father when your mother and father are pieces of shit. There is no honor with most parents. It's a joke. Like, I can't believe, pretend a lot narcissist was abused to death by his mom. And I say how horrible and rotten his mom is, and he defends her. Don't you talk about my mother. Like, what the fuck? Your mom is a monster. Oh, well, you're a monster, so, okay. And he loves Mr. Bobbitt and Joe Jackson and, Michael Jackson. Those were, who cares? He always fought with me, and to take Mr. Bobbitt's side, late Mr. Bobbitt's side, he's out of his mind. It was natural for Lorraine to cut off his private because he raped her for 5 years and beat her the hell up. So that would be a natural cause. But pretend a lot narcissist doesn't know what reality is. He's just demented. He's that far gone. He could never obey or ever. He worships abusers. And he chooses to worship abusers. Somebody abuses you to death, like the people in his life that he gives away all his money to and abuses to death, Purple Alien God's family. Like, I can't help that. You're just a total idiot. But, he hates himself and he just, worships Purple Alien God. Well, that's his choice, and he's a miserable, very extremely miserable old man. Ugly old man that hates himself to death. And whatever, I was able to observe that, very much so, with the 4 horrifying months I was forced to live with him. Just a nutcase. I'm so good to everyone I'm around. And, whatever. Okay. So, this video was supposed to be about only, it's supposed to be a short video, but, blah, 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 blah. There is no reason to obey or worship because I'm a good person. And I made this example before. So, whether it's a really good friend, or if I would ever find a mate, that would, I'd have to hang out for a week. And, I'd see their flaws and probably say, go fuck off. You don't know. You actually have to be around someone 24/7 to see them fuck up. And I had those horrifying experiences with my dead husband and pretend I'm a narcissist. Was the most recent. 24/7. It's a nightmare to have insane people like that. And you're oh my God. But that's the only way you can learn about someone, to see them act evil. To see them on their worst behavior. You have to be around them 24/7. And then it's just holy shit. almost everyone is evil. I would say, I argued with my friend tonight. She said, she's like brainwashed that, well, everybody isn't good. There is no good. There's no good in this world. And a hell of a lot of people are not good. But there are the few. And Mother Teresa wasn't one of them. They proved that wrong. I didn't bother investigating it. This world's just evil. I'm sick of it. Okay, and I should make more professional videos. It's like I got off the subject too many times. Okay, obey and worship are not necessary if you are honest. If you're an honest person, what would you have to obey? You're just going to do the right thing. And the right thing is like looking, having someone's back. I did a simple example of there is no obeying. So if you have like a good companion, all right, then whoever makes the meal, or you can just eat out, doesn't matter. But let's just say a meal was made. Well, then maybe the other person would be kind and not even obey, or they just go and do the dishes because the person made the meal. And it's an automatic thing to do good things. It's just automatic. There's no obeying, there's no worshiping. I don't want anybody to worship me. How do people know that? How do all the fake Christians know that God wants to be worshipped? Satan wants to be worshipped. Satan wants you to obey him and worship him. Look at Charles Manson. Okay, you crazy seven. I want you all to do these crazy acts that I'm telling you to do. Go kill people and shit. The one girl didn't listen to him. The one girl didn't obey and worship Charles Manson. She didn't go to jail. Like, who you obey? You obey and worship. Satan wants you to obey and worship him. In the Illuminati, you're forced to, do what they tell you to do. You have to be gay. Well, I'm not gay. I'm straight. No, you have to be gay if you're an Illuminati. You have to. Well, I don't want to. Well, then you signed your blood. We're just going to kill you then. It's disgusting. It really is how horrifying our world really is. And I think I read that 50 Cent killed his mom. It's for the Illuminati. He's in the Illuminati. And Eminem did a stupid short, thinking that a person would be impressed, where he came from, oh, I was with 50 Cent, that, that's not impressive at all, dude. He killed his mom in order to be famous, in order to sell his soul on it. That's just awful. And that's what this whole world's about. That's why God said, if you're friends with the world, you're enemy with God. Eminem is friends with 50 Cent. What the hell would you be friends with 50 Cent for? He killed his mom. A good mom. And guess what? You can't kill a bad mom. That just, it doesn't exist in the world of hell. Everything in hell, everything's wrong. So guess what? Bad moms can't be killed. But apparently a whole bunch of good moms can be killed. Like 50 cents? I don't even know. I don't know anything about 50 Cent. I wouldn't know if his mom was bad or not. Yeah. So that's the truth in a nutshell about worshiping God. You don't want to worship God, Satan, do you? Fuck no. Forget that. Forget it. But, I mean, I praise Jesus for his blood to make me sane, in times of trouble. But, it's not a continual, well, yeah, this earth is hell, so I have to continually praise God for his blood. Right? When there's just so much bad that happens. And that's how I made it. But why would God want to be worshipped? Satan wants to be worshipped. Wake up. Satan wants to be worshipped and obeyed. I'm Charles Manson. You're in my little car. You have to kill me. I didn't do what my husband wanted me to do. He wanted me to steal all the time. All my friends are awful. They weren't my friends, okay? I didn't have any friends for like 20 years, okay? Kathy wanted me to steal. She'd take me to a restaurant. Oh, grab this glass, put this glass in your purse. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck? Fucking assholes. My husband was the same way, and other people were the same way. What the fuck, man? I don't steal. But apparently they do. So there's something wrong there. And they always will. So a thief will always be a thief. A cheater will always be a cheater. And that was another argument I had with my friend tonight. Oh, people change. And I know. People do not change. I never changed. Just because I